Hello world and welcome to Elevated Intuition. Today is Money Monday, where we are talking about money, career, finances, abundance, anything like that concerning December 2020. Let's talk about the energies. Anything that we talk about here, remember that you have free will. So if you're into something and you're like, I don't really want things to turn out that way, well, just simply by knowing, or, if that resonates with you and you're like, I want to turn directions, that's exactly what you can do. You have free will. So speaking of resonates, the way this works is, this is a pick a card. I have 5 different options here. And what I want you to do is focus, maybe take some deep breaths, close your eyes, open your eyes, and see which pile is calling to you. I have timestamps down below, and I will meet you at your pile. Also, since this is a general reading, we are getting lots of energies from different people. So take what resonates for you, leave the rest. If you get into a pile, and I've done this before because I love these things, so I watch them all over the internet, and I'm like, you know what, that was not me. And I thought I liked this other pile too. Watch both of them. And if something is not for you, that's not for you. And maybe there's just one message in that pile that was for you. So take what resonates, use your own intuition to know which messages are for you, which ones are not, let go of the things that aren't. And we're gonna go from there. So first of all, I'll talk about the piles here. If you are not decided, this is pile 1, and the crystal that I have on this is Citrine. For pile 2, the crystal I have on it is Fuschite. Pile 3 is Aragonite. Pile 4 is this Howlite point. And pile 5 is this blue Aura Quartz. So pause the video if you need to, and take a moment to decide which pile is yours, and I will meet you at your timestamp. Hello, pile 1. If you picked the Citrine, you are in the right place. I want to point out that I lit a candle for us. This is for bringing in abundance and opportunity and wealth and just all that good stuff for us. So I lit that for us, and the flame is going strong. So the first card I have for you, and this represents you currently, is the Empress. I've been pulling the Empress a lot. So if you've been watching a lot of my readings and you're being stalked by the Empress card, well, there are worse cards to be stalked by. So currently the feeling of the Empress is, a very creative person. You inspire others, nurturing, and there is abundance there. So I think you're feeling pretty good. And definitely the people around you are feeling pretty good. The second card is for lessons learned, and this is learned about yourself in regards to wealth, finance, things like that, career. And I think that you're a really smart person, a bright person. You may be in a position where you already know a lot of what you're doing, and you're looking to branch out and learn new things, and maybe you're someone who always learns new things. This is what to overcome in December, and this is the 7 of Pentacles. Pentacles are really what we're looking for in wealth finance readings, and 7 of Pentacles, what you're overcoming is just, if you see him here, he's just waiting. He's planted the seeds and he's waiting. So if you have sent out resumes, something like that, you're making a career change, it's like, I'm just waiting here. And sometimes I'm hearing Tom Petty in my head, the waiting is the hardest part. Okay, so that's what we need to overcome. So just this idea that maybe waiting is difficult. You're 70% there. That's the 7 of Pentacles. So just hang on a little bit longer. And actually, like the 7, the worst is over. We still have a lot of great things to come. The first step that you need to take towards a little more financial abundance, opportunities, career-wise. And this is the Star in reverse. So I feel like, you are a very nurturing person. Maybe you're giving a little bit too much, and maybe that's what you need to overcome, that you need to, you're pouring too much of yourself out there. You see her, she's pouring water here, and it's almost upright. It's almost like an infinite possibility of stuff that you have to give to other people. But if you are focused on other people and not yourself first, because just like I said, you're a very nurturing person, and maybe you are neglecting whatever it is that you want to learn more about, then you're pouring from an empty cup. And so the first step, I would say, is to, focus on yourself a little bit. Make sure that you are taking care of you first. And don't feel guilty about that, okay? I feel like you're the kind of person who would feel guilty about that. Next, we have opportunities. So opportunities coming your way is Judgment. I want to point out that both of these cards are major arcana cards, and even the Empress is a major arcana card. So this is a big month for you. I feel like you're really, you're a rock star, and you might be wasting your talents where you are. You might be feeling underappreciated. So opportunities wise, I think you're waking up to that you have and with this Page of Swords, you have this renewed energy, this renewal thing happening that and trust me, there's some karma involved in here too. So if you've been giving, and you haven't been feeling like you're receiving, well, Judgment is a little bit about karma, and it's about, that stuff is going to come back to you tenfold. And probably when this 7 here, whatever you have put out there matures, you're going to get that back. So in the place here of who can help you, and it's the Moon in reverse, and it's a little bit of a mystery. Not quite sure who can help you because the Moon is a mystery. So things aren't really clear who can help you, and maybe that's because you have been kind of up top for so long that you don't really know who can help you, or but stick with your gut feelings here. Oh, and one thing, this is kind of a new energy. This is a renewal energy. Every single person that you meet knows something that you don't. So the other thing is out there, maybe you don't know who could help you with something because you haven't quite decided what it is that you need help with. And also that you haven't kind of put out to the universe that you do need help. So once you do that, follow your intuition, and it's going to lead you to the right places for you. Prosperity. Ooh, okay. Prosperity, what prosperity looks like to you, is 8 of Cups, and this is walking away. And maybe it could be a couple things. First of all, walking away from the job that you're at, walking away from people who are unappreciative of you, because walking away from something, you're ending something to start something new, right? We've got some new things here, and she's even looking here in the new direction. But so that could be walking away from your job that you're currently at because you're interested in doing your own thing, or even just a new position where you were at, new responsibilities where you're at, but walking away from what you're doing right now, walking away from things that don't serve you. And it's the courage to do that, the courage to let go. Because again, you're pretty established where you are, and you're really good at what you are. And even if you are financially secure where you are, it doesn't feel like it's fulfilling to you anymore. The Star doesn't feel like it's as fulfilling as it could be. The other possibility to walking away is retirement. So I don't know if you're at retirement age or you're thinking about retirement, but if you're just starting out with your career, I still want you to think about retirement. Think about how you're going to save for that. Get that compound interest going, especially if you are in your 20s, okay? Because then you're going to be able to have many more opportunities. And finally, the final card is the Ten of Pentacles, which is like the quintessential perfect card in a career and finance reading. Pentacles is, you know, wealth, abundance. It's what you can hold. It's also related to health. It's about feeling good about where you are and doing this for your family. So something larger for you, bigger for you out there. And this is in your, you know, final, the final advice for the month is the Ten of Pentacles. So it's a really excellent omen that you, when you walk away, you're walking away for the right reasons. Maybe it's a family reason that you're walking away from what you're doing right now. Or, you know, it doesn't even need to be like changing companies that you are. Maybe reframing the role in your mind, how it is, and focus more on your family and just be happy where you are. But this is your end card. This is really good, okay? Let's take a look at the advice cards that I pulled, gratitude and boundaries. So I want to talk about boundaries first, because I think it's really related to this star card in the reverse. The star card is almost, like I said, this is probably the best one for career and finance. The star card is the best, almost the best card to pull when it's upright for you, how you feel about yourself and how you're feeling fulfilled. And it's about hope. And it's just a really beautiful card. And reversed, it's, you know, I think you're feeling a little drained. Setting some boundaries and might help you with that. We teach people how to treat us. So just think about that. Like if you are not happy with the way that people are treating you, it's because you taught them it was okay to treat you that way. And I don't want to excuse anybody's bad behavior here, but if somebody is not treating you or respecting you in the way that you want to be treated, then you need to, and unfortunately sometimes that's when they come back like they're being a real jerk, and so then you reflect that back to them, and then like it was like, whoa. But it's because you've been way too nice and giving in the past. So set some boundaries. You may even let them know like, hey, listen, I've been, you know, taking these things off of your plates for you. I'm really happy to do that because I'm a really great person, but I'm giving this stuff back to you and you're going to have to deal with it. Like give them a warning and then follow through with that. Make sure you follow through with those boundaries. Then we have gratitude, and this is definitely related to the Ten of Pentacles. It's related to, you know, how you feel about where you're going and what you're doing. It can also get you through this Seven of Pentacles period where you're kind of like, you know, the watched pot, you know, you're sitting here watching this pot, waiting for it to boil. Well, trust that it's going to boil. Sit down and do some gratitude about where you are, and that'll also help you figure out where you want to go and where this is that you're walking away from, and help you find this person that's going to help you do that. And finally, joy and delight. And this card specifically I pulled because this opportunities, I just wanted an advice card on potential opportunities for everybody. So I pulled this with that specific intent, and joy and delight came up for you, which I think is perfect with the gratitude and the boundaries and the Ten of Pentacles. But in terms of like an advice for where to find new streams of revenue or changing a career or something like that, go with what feels good to you. And it's almost like this moon card here with following your intuition. Like your feelings tell you where you're going to be happy. And I think you're somebody who, like, I don't want to say that money doesn't matter to you. I'm sure money does matter to you, but that the way you feel and being fulfilled matters to you a little bit more. So go with what feels good as the final advice. So group 1, it looks like a really good month, and that is what I have for you. Let me know in what ways you feel like people are taking advantage of you, and I will see you in the next reading. Thank you. Hello group 2, if you picked the Fuschite, you are in the right place. I also want to note that I lit this green candle for us. This is about bringing in wealth and abundance and opportunities into all of our lives. So let's take a look at the card. So the card that represents you coming into this month, your current energy, is the Six of Cups reversed. So I feel like you are maturing and growing up. There's some sort of level of independence that you are gaining or have gained recently. You could also be bored in your current situation, or leaving home. So we'll get more into that. And then we have the Two of Cups reversed. These are the lessons learned. Reversed, Two Cups is about partnerships, and reversed is, I don't know, maybe there's somebody who's let you down recently, that you're having some sort of breakup, leaving a job, thinking about leaving a job. Okay. And then what you need to overcome here is the Eight of Pentacles reversed. So Pentacles are the cards that we are looking for when we're doing a career and finance reading. In reversed, though, I feel like, you know, all three of these cards together, I feel like that you've outgrown where you are. There's also some growing pains maybe associated with what you're doing. And you know what, when we're changing and growing, and that's going to happen, you should also watch your spending. Also with the Six of Cups here, this is a lot about children. I think you either work with children or want to work with children. Well, let's see. Ace of Swords. So this is in the position of the first step that you need to take out of your current situation and to move in a direction that you are happier with. And this is mental clarity. This is actually a fantastic card for that. It is clear thinking, breakthrough. It's like a new idea. And I almost feel like you've had this and you're going to continue to have like ideas, and as you're growing and changing and deciding that, you know what, this job is kind of a dead-end job. There's no room for growth for me. I'm not learning anything new. Eight of Pentacles is learning new things, but I feel like you are hitting a wall where you are. You're you know, this is a glow up for you. And this Ace of Swords is, like I said, you either have had some great ideas and had some mental clarities about your position, and that's why you're like, thinking about branching out, or you're going to, or just really continue going to have some just really excellent ideas. And I mean, this signifies like new job, new promotion, new project, excuse me. This is what you need to, this is money-making opportunities, and we have the Page of Cups reversed. So money-making right now, I'm not sure that you're ready to move on to the next step, or you're not quite, you know, you've gone through this growth period, or you're just about to, and this is going to come. But right now, I feel like I need to tell you to watch out for like some get-rich-quick schemes, that you're going to need to put in some work with whatever you're doing. Like, nothing is easy. Be careful with the new opportunities that present itself, and that it's just not the too good to be true kind of stuff, because you are like looking around and you're probably seeing a bunch of people who are inviting you to webinars. I don't want to. and making what they do seem like really glamorous and fantastic. Be really wary of that kind of stuff, okay? This is the world upside down, and this is who could help you. So this is pretty interesting. This also talks about shortcuts aren't working out, and putting in the work, and you're feeling stuck right now, and you know, accept whatever disappointments that you have and cutting losses. The world right side up is the end of a cycle, but I don't feel like you're there yet. I feel like you're just starting something new, and maybe you are ending a cycle, but it's something that is not ending the way that you thought it would. Like maybe part of this up here where we're talking about being bored where you're at, or feeling like you've outgrown where you are. You thought it would be end differently than it is. And possibly the person who brought you into that position, you thought that they had your back and they really don't. So we really want to flip this world around, and I think we're going to do that when we flip this Eight of Pentacles around. And Eight of Pentacles is about putting in the work and learning new things. And where you are, it feels like you are not learning new things. So Two of Cups, this is interesting that you have the reverse up here, as in lessons learned, and it signifies breaking up. Partnerships is what I'm talking about, or leaving a current position, not working with the same people, or not trusting them. And down here, in what prosperity looks like for you, and what you can find is partnerships. So something isn't working out, but don't worry. There are other people who want to work with you because you are really intelligent and learning new things, as long as you put in the work. And the final advice we have is the Seven of Wands. It's in reverse. So the Seven of Wands, notice that she's kind of like at a battle here, and people are pointing fingers at her, and she's kind of got her back up against, she's like between a rock and a hard place, and she's getting ready for battle. Reversed, it still has the same kind of vibe, but it's talking about stopping fighting, stopping the drama. And I think you've outgrown the drama. I think that's part of what's going on with you is, yeah, you're growing up and outgrowing that drama. And in an advice card, growth. So growth is tough, but it's beautiful, and I think you're ready for it. It also is this card talks about being flexible, and that, you know, we all start at some place. Like a huge tree starts as a seed. So don't feel bad about where you are. Something about, okay. I'm just having this idea about time, and I love, she's holding a watch here, that don't wait for the right time. Time doesn't wait for us. So that message is for somebody out there. That's going to resonate. And we have faith. And faith is faith in your own ability, faith in that, again, you know, you're getting some pretty good ideas here. Have faith in yourself, have faith in those ideas. I feel like if you're doing some get rich quick schemes, it's almost like you don't have faith in yourself. You're looking for somebody else's system. You're looking for something to save you, like to win the lottery in some way. But you have this within yourself. And I think that's why also this world in reverse here, that it's not necessarily, this is supposed to be the position of somebody who can help you. But I think instead of looking out at the world, look inward. You're going to help yourself. You're going to be able to work your way through this. And then the final card is accept love. And I find that interesting with the Two of Cups reversed. you may have been really hurt. And again, this doesn't have to be a romantic thing. I mean, you may have been working with somebody you were romantically involved with, but you know, our work families function a lot like real families at some times, right? And when something doesn't go the way we thought it would, that's really hurtful. And it's hard to then move on from that and then to accept like a new partner. So this love here isn't necessarily romantic love, because this is not intended to be a romantic reading, although the cards kind of do what they want sometimes. But this is like opening yourself up to new possibilities and new people coming into your life that you can work with. Let me see. So yeah, just watch your spending. You're doing great with this maturing and this learning new things, but trust yourself. You are definitely on a track to grow, and just be careful of your spending and any something that's presented to you that might look too good to be true. Okay? So thank you, Group 2. I hope you have a fabulous month, and I will see you in the next reading. Hello, Group 3. If you picked the Aragonite, you are in the right spot. I'm going to put it over here by this green candle. Green candles are great for bringing in abundance and wealth and opportunities for us. So I lit this for us. I'm going to move it over a little bit because, oops, I don't want to get it into the cards. So the first card I have for you is the Artist reversed. And this is your current situation. So you really have the ability, you have within you this visionary. You're a visionary. You have this vessel of creation. But right now, I feel like you're unstable because it's in reverse. That, you know, something has happened along the way to make you feel a little bit jaded, maybe greedy and judgmental. You might not know exactly what direction you're going to go to, and kind of distracted, okay? So we'll get back to this because what you have within you is so great. We want to turn the Artist card around. The second card is Financial Lessons Learned, and this is the Moon. So you might feel like, and feel like is the perfect explanation for the Moon, because it's about intuition, and intuition is guided by our feelings. So you might, when you're looking at something to do with your money, you might do things that make you feel good. The other thing, the Moon though, is it can be like things are unclear, there's some deception, anxiety, insecurity. So right now things may not feel good about what you're doing with your money, and that's why your Artist is in reverse. This is the position here is what you need to overcome, and this is the Emperor in reverse. So the Emperor is a really fantastic card upright, and that's what I'm feeling with like both these cards. So something is going on that we need to change. The Emperor is about structure and stability. It's about calculating and planning. In reverse, it seems like that's not what's happening right now. And if you're not clear on like your financial goals or where you want to go, that's probably why you're not planning things. So what we need to overcome is flip this Emperor around and start putting some structure to what you're doing. Start planning. This may be good advice for you, may not be, or it may spark something for you to look further into it. Tony Robbins, I highly recommend like looking him up if you're really unclear with what you want to do or how to financial plan. He was talking about there should be a percentage of what you make that it doesn't matter at what scale you are. If you're just working part-time and making like $10,000 a year or less, or if you are like making six figures, that there should be a percentage of your income that you are never going to give to anyone else. Now, what you do with that, well, look at some Tony Robbins videos and find out what he does with that, because he's much better at describing that than I am. But right now, this is the first thing. Okay, so you need to overcome this not planning. We're not planning right now. And this is the first step. And we have the 10 of Wands. And take a look at what he's doing here. I feel like you really feel like you're just carrying all of these things, and you've got this heavy burden and stress weighing on your shoulder and struggle. You've lost your way, you've lost your focus. We need to put some things down. We need to get rid of some things that are not serving you. And a lot of times, what we're carrying around is kind of like emotional baggage. It's not even that, although it could be where you've got to be here at one time and your kids have to be here at one time, and then you have to do this and this and this and this and this and this. So if you're feeling overwhelmed physically, we need to figure out a way to help yourself. And get some burdens off of you, and bring some other people in to help you, or get some things off of your plate. Because what's happening here is you aren't focusing on the future, you're just focusing on your to-do list. And maybe you don't even have a to-do list, and maybe that is a problem too, where you just are like, oh my gosh, I gotta do this, and then I gotta do this, and I gotta do this, and like a hierarchy of tasks, and figuring out what is really, really important for you to do and what you can put down, because we need to put down some things. Our money-making opportunities, well, we have the 8 of Swords. And this is about restriction, and I'm not sure like what your career path is right now. That, you know, it's December, we have a lot of restrictions as far as different businesses and things go that the government has put in place that are really outside of our hands. So let's see what other cards we have to help us out of this, because the 8 of Swords too is restrictions that we put on ourselves, and that we have the key to unlock it. And maybe that's because you are just feeling like this huge burden. If we lighten your load, maybe we can find some things to help you out. Okay. Okay. So we have the 2 of Swords, and I think we're getting somewhere. This is about decisions, and I think you have some really tough decisions to make. And you're not making it, and you're just sitting here and being overwhelmed by things that are going on. So using your intuition, using how you feel about something to make those decisions, and it also makes a difference. Okay, so if you're sitting here not making a decision because you don't know which way to go and everything seems difficult, I usually quote the Rush song when this comes on about if you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice. But if you actively go out and make a choice, that is you acting on the universe, and rather than the universe acting upon you. So I really encourage you to make some decisions. And yeah, so this is prosperity here, and this is the 9 of Swords, and this is about anxiety. There's a lot of anxiety here. There is a lot of not knowing, anxiety, and it's December 2020, right? This is probably the quintessential 2020 read, but I want to point out that this is a 10, this 10 of Wands. That means a 10 is a completion card. It's nearing the end of a cycle. This is an 8, so it's 80% there. And this is the 9 of Swords, so we are almost there. And I also love this because it's like a sleepless night, but it's also like a darkest before the dawn thing. Like it's just hang in there a little bit longer because things are about to get better. And we got to get rid of some of this anxiety and fear. And the Ace of Cups reversed. Again, hang in there because this is almost ready to flip over and reveal some new opportunities for you, some new beginnings. I do want to point out that this cup that she's holding, like the opportunities and things that are radiating around her are there because she is fulfilling herself first, and everything else is getting fulfilled from what is coming out of her cup, right? So with these heavy burdens and this Eight of Swords and this like sleepless nights, I almost feel like you are not taking care of yourself and being gentle with yourself in the way that you should. Okay, and then these are our advice cards. So extremes and fruition. Let's put fruition down here. Oh, I'm also noticing extremes is hot moon and fruition is harvest moon. And I love these moon cards because they do have timings on them for us. And I said that darkest before the dawn. I really feel like, you know, December is December, that we're planting seeds right now that is going to come into fruition, and that by June or August, you are going to be rocking and rolling, that you're going to really feel like the visionary that you are and really let go of some of these burdens and just get back to your old self. So extremes is about, and I would say that 10 of Wands is an extreme. This card says extremes, but really it warns about not being extreme, about balancing some things out. So whatever that is to you, I'm feeling like it should be probably some self-care and taking care of yourself, whether that's meditation, which I think is great for some of this anxiety and to release that. He is sweating here. I think it's a hot moon, so exercise comes to mind. That it is so good to like just make your fat cry with some exercise. That if things aren't working out in one area of your life, let's talk about the law of attraction, to focus on the positive things and focus on that area of your life and get your good feelings from that, whether that is, you know, your exercise routine and then you feel good about that and it sets you off for the day, your self-care and that helps you. And I also feel like this extremes card looks an awful lot like both of these cards, like it's darkest before the dawn, that you're just almost there. And what's crazy about this is I cannot tell you how many people are really in this same position. Like I said, this is the quintessential 2020 read here, that we're just like, oh, we're almost there. Just keep going. Like if you feel like you're at the bottom, look up. Speak your mind. So this card I pulled specifically, in each reading that I did, I wanted to pull a card that specifically related to this position, the you know, what we can do to make more money, find more abundance, things like that. Speak your mind. And I'm wondering if you just need to let people know that you're feeling overwhelmed, find some sort of support there, find some people to help you out, you know, find somebody to let you know what things you can let go. Speak your mind. Maybe you need to talk to somebody about a new position. But it's opening up your mouth and letting people know what you want. You're not going to get what you want if you don't say anything. And like I said, This is like you're almost through this darkest part, and 6 months from now, you're gonna feel completely different than this. And it's all about following your intuition and putting together a plan, helping yourself through these burdens by letting go of things that you cannot change, things that are not your responsibility, only focusing, a hierarchy of like what's most important and going from there. So this was a little tough, group 3, but I want to point out that this abundance candle that I lit, like the flame on it is super strong. It's burning super bright. And this person, this artist that you have within you, this visionary, this vessel of creation, you need to let that shine. So you need to give up some things and lighten your load a little bit. And like, look at his winged feet. This is somebody who feels a light. This burdens, these swords, this is not you. So there's a couple things advice that came in here for you that I think will help you. And I want to know what is working for you. So let me know that in the comments, and I will see you in the next reading. Hello, group 4. If you picked this Howlite point, you were in the right place. I lit this green candle for all of us. This is about bringing in abundance and wealth and opportunities for us. That's what the green is for with candles. So let's welcome all of that in for us. So your current position that I have you in here, or the card that got pulled for you, is the King of Cups. I feel like you're a really mature, compassionate person, diplomatic and balanced. And I feel like you at least are looking for balance, okay, which is smart. You're probably where you are, you're feeling fulfilled, but even if you're not making the money that you want, you definitely have like a fulfilling position. This is the lessons that you have learned, financial lessons, and it is Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I don't know, maybe in the past you've been overly ambitious and jealous. Oh, possibly keeping up with the Joneses. And you have really learned that not to judge yourself by what other people are doing, but by what you are doing and what you want. Okay, so that's what that's about. 3 is the 10 of Cups. And this is the obstacle that you have, and which is kind of odd to be in an obstacle position. 10 of Cups is like the quintessential beautiful family. And I don't know if maybe, like I said, you at least try to balance things out, and maybe you're having a hard time balancing out work and family, like career and family. King of Cups, though, I feel like you are probably in a leadership position, so it may not even be your work and family that's being balanced out. It might be a challenge with the people underneath you, their work and family. That is a challenge, an obstacle. The first step to creating more abundance, we have the Page of Swords in reverse. Lack of planning. So we need more planning. You can't make up your mind. You maybe have some really great ideas, but you haven't acted upon those things. Yeah, Page of Swords is new ideas, and it's just not being put into action right now for whatever reason. The 5 of Wands, this card is the position of like new opportunities. And the 5 of Wands, I'll show it to you upright. These are a bunch of people fighting, like drama. And there's really like nobody clearly winning. They're just beating each other up to beat each other up. And I think that when you walk away from the drama, when you let it go, you'll find some new opportunities. And it's creating peace and harmony and looking for agreement, which is what you do. You're really good at that, and you find new opportunities with that. This is the person who can help you out, and this is the Queen of Wands in reverse. All of your queens are in reverse. That's interesting. So she is a mature, feminine energy, nurturing. It doesn't have to be a female, somebody who's nurturing. And I think maybe it's in reverse because maybe they don't know that you need their help, and you aren't telling them that you need their help. So if you are looking for some sort of help, I keep doing this. I keep trying to burn these cards. I think I have knocked this over in every one of these. No more easels next time. But you just need to speak up and let her know. And she is about passion. She's a very passionate and fiery person. And maybe you don't always get along the best. Oh, this could be somebody who you have conflict with. So, okay. So that may be why she's in reverse here. But she might have the key to something, and if you go to her in a diplomatic way, in a new way, and let her know, like, hey, I've got this idea that I'd like you to help me out with. You know, appeal to her passionate side, and she can help you out, even if she seems intimidating. And then this is the Nine of Pentacles. This is in our opportunity area. So yeah, if you get her to help you out, there's amazing opportunities in it for you. And this is, I think maybe you don't want her help because this is like doing it yourself almost. But you know, people can help you out in different ways. Just because someone gives you a hand or an idea or a direction doesn't mean that you weren't the one who did it or you weren't the one involved. But it's definitely a little bit in conflict with this Page of Swords that's upside down, because this is somebody who's not acting on something. And the Nine of Pentacles is somebody who did it themselves and who's just like, they've done what they've done and they're basking in their like abundance and success. So it's about acting on that, and whether you choose to involve this Queen of Wands or not, or you just go it on your own, which may be a little bit more difficult. It's that opportunity is out there for you. And then the final card here, the final advice, is the Three of Pentacles in reverse. And the Three of Pentacles upright is about working in a group and working together. So in reverse, this might be that you do need to do it alone. If this Queen of Pentacles is not cooperative. What did you... So you may need to release something, some coworkers, or can do something on your own. See what these advice cards say. Release, okay. Yeah, we're definitely going in the release route, and attraction. And attraction seems to like be the opposite of release, but it's not really. Attraction is more like acting like a magnet, where you attract things that are good for you and helpful for you and your business and your wealth and your finance. And release is, let's go back to attraction. So it's like you're a magnet. So there's a positive and there's a negative side on a magnet, and the positive side attracts and the negative side repels. So it repels, releases the things that aren't serving you, and it attracts the things that are serving you. So it kind of like, whatever is surrounding us, we can't surround ourselves with everything, but if we just attract the things that are positive, then the negative things there's not room for them, if that makes sense. So it is about attracting, and like I said, you were good at balancing and letting go of whatever this fighting is and this drama, and releasing whatever does not serve you anymore. So whatever group of people that you're in, if all of you're doing is getting this fighting, then it's, yeah, release that. And the final card here, this is, I pulled this specifically to talk about possible opportunities, and this is fire magic. So fire relates to passion. So what are you passionate about? And the King of Cups is somebody who is very even-keeled and kind of guarded. So I feel like you haven't maybe acted out on your passions in a long time. And right now, I feel you may be feeling called to do that. And that may be your opportunity to. Like, maybe you're an accountant, but what you really want to do is make art, like be an artist. So I don't know what your passion is, but you do. You know what that is. And maybe you are in the wrong field, or there's a way that you can do a side hustle with, you have always wanted to create a website or sell on Etsy, something that you make and something that you create and something that you're passionate about, or having a spiritual awakening and connecting with people who are, you know, like-minded in that way. So that's the final advice here. So very interesting group 4. Again, I feel like you're in a good spot, you're in a secure spot, but there is just something off about it. And after seeing like these release cards and this this passion card, you know, you're somebody who likes balance and you're not balanced in some way. Like you're not being fulfilled in some way, or there's too much gossip where you are. Somebody, you know, something is off. So you're going to find your better path or better goal when you let go of that gossip, when you go and find that balance and you follow your passion. So thank you, group 4. I hope you have a fantastic month, and I will see you in the next. Hello, group 5. If you picked the blue aura quartz, you are in the right spot. I want to mention that I lit this blue candle for us. This is to bring wealth and abundance and opportunities into our lives. And what's really good to note is that this flame has been burning super, super strong through all of the readings. So I feel like even if you're not in the best position right now, that, you know, some really great things are coming in for all of us. So the first card I have is the 2 of Pentacles, and this is where you are right now. I feel like you are juggling a lot of things, that you are, yeah, you've got a lot of things up in the air, and you may be concerned that you have bitten off more than you can chew, that you've got a lot of things going on, and that there's stuff just falling through the cracks. It's a really hectic energy. It's a really difficult energy. Even upright, but reversed, it feels like, yeah, this is a strain. Like we're getting to a breaking point. Then we have the Knight of Swords. The Knight, and this is reversed as well. So lessons learned is we need to slow down a bit. So I think you know that. I'm not sure that you know how to slow down, that you need to regroup and look for opportunities and focus, because right now you're feeling a little bit out of control. Next card we have what we need to overcome, and this is the Page of Cups. So Page of Cups is very social, and right now in a lot of places things are getting canceled. Like all sorts of things are getting canceled. We've got some bad news. This could also be jealousy and envy, but I think we need to overcome, you know, maybe our expectation of what December is this year is bothering you versus what it has been in the past. The first step to that is the 10 of Swords in reverse. So what I want to talk about is that this does not look like a great card, right? People talking behind your back, gossip, things like that. The 10, though, however, it's a completion card and you are still here. So this is learning from some hardships that are really pushing you over the edge and zapping your energy. So we need to overcome that. We need to find you a way to put down some of these things that you are juggling and refocus your energy. 9 of Pentacles, but in reverse. Again, we've got a lot of cards in reverse, and I want to point out that upright, well, the 10 of Swords is still a kind of a difficult card upright, but it's a lot of these times when these cards are reversed, it's really our frame of mind and how we're thinking about things. And I feel like that too with the 9 of Pentacles. So this is in the position of what you can do to help yourself financially. And 9 of Pentacles upright would be like the quintessential perfect card to have there. This is being self-made. This is basking in your glory and having success, but it's in reverse. And I feel like it's just not ready. Like it's there for you. It's in your vortex. It's swirling around, but it's just not ready for you yet. And the reason that it could be not ready yet is that you need to slow down. Next, we have the Ace of Wands. And again, this is in reverse. And this card, where are we? Is in the 6th position. And this is who can help you. So I feel like there's somebody that maybe you don't fully trust because maybe they're a little bit too young that can help you, and they're passionate and they're willing to help you, but you're a little concerned that they're not ready, okay? And I think you should let somebody help you because you've got too much going on. The other thing that you may be concerned about is that you're gonna have to train them, and this may be like at your job or at home. Like maybe you have a child that you should be giving some more responsibility to, but you're a little bit concerned about that. Or maybe this is like the new person at work that you're just like, I am feeling so drained right now. I don't really feel like training somebody new to help me out. And that's why it's in reverse, because you don't fully trust them to help you. But that's who you need to get to help you. You need to get some of these burdens off and really set a plan up for somebody to help you. And this, okay, finally we have an upright card, right? And it is the Knight of Pentacles. And this is just talking about just keep moving, just keep moving. Slow and steady wins the race. You have the capability to make it through all this. And also take a look. I mean, Pentacles is about abundance. Pentacles is about money. Pentacles is what we want. You know, we want to flip this 9 of Pentacles around. And the way that you do that is just plodding ahead. And it's not a very fast moving energy. But the thing is it just keeps moving. Like if this is a football team, then the Knight of Pentacles is your running back. This is the person that you give the ball to, who you know is going to take care of it, and who's going to go and get 3 yards every single time they have the ball. And 3 yards isn't a lot, right? But 3 yards with 4 downs, and you need to get 10 yards to get a first down. Well, that's 12 yards, right? So it's just taking little chunks at a time. And it's just like, calm down, get grounded, assess these pentacles that you know you're juggling, assess that. What are you juggling? Who can you hand some things off to? What are you focused on that you can let go? And it's just plodding ahead little by little. Aha. And our final advice here from the tarot cards is the Hanged Man. And this is looking at something from a new perspective. And what's funny about this is, okay, all of these cards up to this point are reversed, and then these two cards are upright, but the Hangman looks like he's reversed. So it's reframing things, looking at something from a new perspective. It is, oh, I'm really getting, if you've seen that show Undercover Boss, okay? And maybe this is why you don't trust this coworker, you don't know really what they can help you with. But Undercover Boss is when CEOs go undercover in their own company to see what happens with the day-to-day everybody is doing, right? And a lot of times they are completely shocked. Even the CEOs who started with nothing, who started their company from the garage, and they have done all of these positions. When they go undercover, they meet people that have like these great ideas for their whole business, these great perspectives. And this is kind of being open that you may have a different process, that there's a different process that might help you out, that there's a different way of looking at something that you aren't seeing right now, that somebody else might have a perspective for you that you just don't know. So I love that Hangman. It's almost like sometimes it might be reassessing your values too, that the things that you're juggling, like you're juggling things that don't even matter. Okay, so ground yourself, and a lot of grounding takes part in meditation and just thinking about things and being calm and slowing down and looking at a new perspective, and you're going to get some new ideas for ways to help you out. Aha. Okay. So we get this 9 here, first quarter moon assessing, which is so connected here with the Hangman. It is taking a different look, and this is, it's interesting because I always feel like the Hangman is kind of looking at things from the ground up, and then assessing, you know, you're also looking at things, but you're maybe looking at things, you're pulling back and looking at it, like you're looking at the bigger picture. So something is off right now and you aren't seeing something, and the cards are really like, hey, you can see it, you just need to look at it from a different perspective. And then protection. And this is just a really nice card. Okay, so what I think that is really important for you with this protection is maybe you feel so vulnerable out there, and maybe that's why you don't want to ask for help, is one. But secondly, I love this visual of like this bird carrying this nest and carrying you. First of all, it's like the universe, it has your back, the universe is protecting you, but also look at how light you are, that a bird can carry you. I mean, this is a cosmic bird in space, but so this is after you have put some things down, that things that don't matter, that you're feeling a little bit lighter, but don't worry, you are protected. And then the final card is Earth Magic. And I specifically pulled this card with this position in mind, this position of like what you can do to help yourself financially with abundance, right? And I love that Earth Magic, Pentacles are Earth cards. Pentacles are tangible. It's money, it's abundance, it's things that we can touch, taste, and feel. It is our health. And the Earth Magic, okay, I don't think that you necessarily need to go out at the full moon and do things with crystals and sage, although you can. I'm not knocking that. But it's about getting grounded. And I said that here with this Knight of Pentacles, that you are just like, you know, so far out of character or up in the air, and your thoughts are not really grounded the way they should be. And whether that you do that through meditation, through exercise, what the being grounded looks like to you. I love to meditate. I do a walk every day. That really helps me get rid of this anxiety, or, you know, and anxiety is something I'm not necessarily seeing anxiety for you other than like juggling way too much here. But if that is something that is bothering you and you need to feel lighter, exercise can help you with that. So look for ways to be grounded. And sometimes that's like learning something new, that is like reading a new book, that is going for a walk, whatever that is, to help you burn off some of this anxiety. Think about your position, get a new perspective, find some help, and just keep moving forward. That's what this card is about. Whew. All right, group 5. Yeah, you know, you've got some really hectic energy here, and it's just like, hey, slow down, look at things from a new way, and you're going to get some ideas, and you're going to get some help, and go from there. So thank you, group 5. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you in the next video.